Hi everyone, I'm Victor Fong. I'm a financial consultant. I'm also a father of two kids. Recently, during the start of the virus season, where in Singapore we had to go through a circuit breaker measure where we have to work from home and our kids have to study from home, my son passed me this book to read, 52 Things Kids Need from a Dad by Jay Payleitner. I think he wants to build strong relationships with me and hope that I can apply these learnings to reach out to him. So ever since then, I've been reading one chapter a day, and for 30 days, I have read and recorded them in a series of YouTube videos day by day in my channel. If you like to revisit them, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the bell notification icon, and every time I release a new reading, you can actually read and learn it as well. So my hope is that we can all go on this same journey to be great fathers for our kids. Okay, so today I'm going to read to you chapter 31, which says kids need their dad to make sure his brain is engaged before putting his mouth in gear. So conventional wisdom suggests that men may not gossip like women, but with our own damaging way of using words. Most of our foot in mouth experiences come out of our tendency to pretty much say whatever comes to our mind. You see, the consequences of not holding your tongue can be severe. You can lose your job for lying or harassing. Sarcasm and bragging will keep your friends at a distance. Angry words demoralize and embarrass both the speaker and the listener. Words that belittle, accuse, or nitpick will damage your family's relationships. Jokes about your young daughter's eating habits may lead to a serious case of anorexia during her teenage years. You can build your son up or tear him down with a mere handful of words. So for the author, he has never forget a brief conversation with his dad in his junior high school, where he won a junior varsity wrestling tournament. So the trophy was small, but he fought very hard to earn it. And then the father just held it in the hand and just said, maybe next year you can win a varsity trophy. So of course he meant it as a challenge to keep him from working hard to reach for the stars. But at that moment his words cut him like a knife. The Bible had a great teaching, especially appropriate for dads on this matter. Romans chapter 12 verse 15 says, rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. So when one of our children comes to us with emotional news, our best response is reflect their demeanor right back at them. In the moment, celebrate in their joy or join in their sorrow. Use phrases like, that's fantastic, or oh man, I'm sorry. There's plenty of time for advice, correction, or planning of personal challenges later on. Whenever possible, laugh or cry along with them with people we care about the most. So another story was he was with his son and they do this grass cutting in their lawn. So the son was using the old lawn mower, but halfway through the bolts that hold the right front wheel worked itself loose and got lost in the backyard. So I think the author scolded the son very badly, but actually it was the author himself who did not warn the son that he could have, because he knew all the while that the lawnmower has some issues with the right bolt and he always had to tighten it, but every time before it came loose he would know how to grab it and then tighten it back again. But he didn't tell his son about it, and then he still lashed out at his son for not doing a good job of keeping watch around his surroundings. So well, he felt that he was such an idiot for scolding his son, but the good news is God has convicted him since of his wicked tongue. So every time he mowed the lawn, he would think about this incident. Alright, so he always look at all the bolts and connections that has potential to come loose. And then he didn't beat himself about it anymore. He was just a regular reminder of how a well-intentioned dad can mess up. So the end story is that his son and him had good conversations and good laughs over the incident in recent years. The son remembers the entire incident very well and didn't hesitate to point out that how, as instructed, he taught himself to be sometimes too aware of his surroundings. Right? He didn't turn into an OCD, but his attention to detail sometimes go a little too far. Such is the power of a father's words to a young boy. Have worse things come out of his mouth or even my mouth since then? Yes, regretfully, but don't dare put it down for the world to read. God and I are still working on my tendency to say whatever comes to mind. So worth noting, the Bible also has great teaching about a loose tongue and acknowledges that choosing the right words is a constant battle. Out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. James chapter 3 verse 10. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 23 says, "Still there is a reward for those who can control their words. He who guards his mouth and his tongue guards his soul from troubles." Key takeaway from this chapter: understand the power of a father's words. Don't sit silently in fear of saying something you might later regret. Instead, practice the art of picking and polishing our words a little more carefully. With that, I end with Proverbs chapter 25 verse 11. "A word aptly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver." And now here I end chapter 31. I look forward to read you chapter 32 in my next video. Cheers.